The Accra West region of the Electricity Company of Ghana task force is on the field, and basically they've gone in to engage with managers of the Accra Digital Center, and it's been unfruitful, so they are going to proceed to take them off the national grid. We understand they owe to the tune of over 600,000 Ghana cedis, and all efforts to retrieve that amount of money has proven futile. So they are making all frantic efforts. Communication, all engagement here has broken down, and the ECG says the only alternative left for them is to proceed to take them from the grid, and that would compel them to settle their indebtedness to the company. And this is part of the national exercise to recoup some 5.7 billion Ghana cedis on their national books. But literally, the exercise has been decentralized, so it's been done on regional basis. So the Accra West region, having the Accra Digital Center in its jurisdiction, is trying all efforts to take the money that they couldn't succeed, and they are proceeding now to take them off the national grid. You've gone in there to engage managers of the Accra Digital Center. What has been the engagement like?
Yeah, we made them aware that they owe and that they need to pay up, or we take the power off.
And what did they say to that?
Well, they said they were coming, so we are waiting to hear from them.
Is it a case that they don't have the money to pay? This is a state agency. When you shut them down, obviously it means that their activities here would come to a close. How do we balance the
Well, I wouldn't know whether they are unable to pay or not, but all that we are saying is that we are collecting our debt, because we must also not lose sight of the fact that we are also a state agency. If we don't get our money to operate, we can also come to a close, and that may affect all other people we supply. So we can't allow that to happen because of a few customers who are not paying up their bills. So you either pay us up or we take you off.
We can observe that the task force is going to gain access to where the power station is and then proceed to do what they are basically here for. And there are only two things involved. You either pay or you are disconnected. And this particular place has been secured, and they are hoping to find means to gain access and then proceed to take them off the national grid. So that is the main power switch points where the Accra Digital Center is connected to. So the manager in charge of the Accra West region has turned it off, basically to cut power to the entire facility. The gentlemen in your shot, they are opening the power station to gain access to the genset or the plant in order to turn it on to begin with their operations. So there you have it. You see the smoke billowing through the skies, and that literally tells you that the genset has now been turned on as the external power source. Behind me is the task force from ECG engaging management of the Accra Brewery Limited, and basically this engagement is to commend them for their prompt payment of bills. Likewise, the Funwell Ghana Limited were also commended for their payment of bills, but the task force moved to Ethel Tigo, where they have been able to redeem themselves by paying 1 million Ghana cedis in order to avoid disconnection. The regional manager, Emmanuel Akini, has been speaking to the media.
Today we visited 3 different categories of customers. We visited 2 customers, that is Farm Milk and then Accra Brewery. They are customers who pay their bills promptly, so we visited them to commend them and to encourage them to continue paying their bills. You see, once they pay their bills, it will also help us to pay our suppliers. It will also help us to improve our system. It will also help us to expand our system, because demand is always growing. And we want to encourage them and let the whole world know that there are loyal customers. There are some also we've also visited and disconnected for non-payment of bills, and then these illegalities that we've just uncovered. You can see illegal connection, direct connection without meters. They've all been disconnected, and we may have to search out them and possibly prosecute them.
The ECG task force from the Accra West region has managed to visit about 5 institutions. Two of them have been disconnected from the national grid, being the Accra Technical University and then again the Accra Digital Center. But two of them also were commended by the task force for their prompt payments, being the Fan Milk Company Limited and the Accra Brewery Limited. We've been to this particular estate known as the Franco Estate, located somewhere around Pokwase. And the discovery here is that a number of accommodations or apartments were connected illegally, and therefore the task force is moving in to take them from the national grid. So essentially today's exercise has generally been peaceful, and they've been able to meet their target as far as the national exercise is concerned. My name is Fred Duho, reporting for Citi News.